CTV News with Sarah Freemark.
We skipped school.
We scheduled the test that they were supposed to do for tomorrow and our orthodontics appointments we did yesterday so that we could be here today for opening day.
A day well spent for avid skiers as the lifts start turning and the slopes fill with fresh powder at Ontario's largest ski resort, now open for the season. Good evening. From fresh snow to fired up skiers, Blue Mountain Resort has officially flipped the switch on the ski season, and we were right there in the heart of that opening day energy. Let's head outside. That's where we find our Jack Morris tonight. Jack, how excited were people to be out on the slopes?
Well, Sarah, it is far too snowy and cold out here for me, but for skiers today, well, it was just what they were looking forward to. Polished skis sliding over fresh powder. Hundreds hit the slopes at Blue Mountain today for the first time this season.
I love it. It's beautiful up there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm shredding it. I feel like I'm on cloud 9. Oh yeah. It's insane. Come to Blue Mountain. It's where it's at.
The province's biggest ski resort draws thousands to our region every year.
Winter misery is a choice. If you can come out, discover all that we offer at Blue, get on the slopes, learn to ski or snowboard, or at least just enjoy the village and the surrounding area, you don't have to survive winter. You can love it and thrive in it.
Ruben, come over here.
And it's clear the people here do thrive on it. The hill was full today, some skipping work or school just to be here.
We skipped school.
We scheduled the test that they were supposed to do for tomorrow and our orthodontics appointments we did yesterday so that we could be here today for opening day.
Others treating themselves.
I had a birthday the other day. I turned 40. So I was just treating myself to a nice little day on the slopes, proving that 40-year-olds can still snowboard as hard as the young guys.
Many on the runs are die-hard skiers, waiting all year for the chance to get back on their sticks and boards.
Missing skiing for like 6 months and then being able to come back out and get on the hills, you know, a little bit rusty, but it's always a good time.
For those on the powder, this is just the first day of what they hope will be a long season.
Get all the falling out of the way first, and then, once the season picks up, you can, look a little bit more professional on here. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And if they're lucky, this season is just one of many, many more. And with Blue Mountain opening today, that means 3 of the 4 ski hills in our region are up and running. Snow Valley is set to open on Friday. They all expect to be open until at least the end of March and hopefully into April. Reporting live, I'm Jack Morris. Sarah, back to you.
I am green with envy. Thanks so much, Jack. Now, winter enthusiasts here in our region also gearing up for the snowmobiling season. CTV's Mike Lang takes us behind the scenes to see how everything comes together before that first ride, especially with new funding to make it all happen.
Despite ideal early December conditions, snowmobiling in parts of Ontario almost melted down.
Costs have continued to rise. Permit sales have come back down to earth and actually have gone below that.
As the Ontario Federation of Snowmobile Clubs was on the verge of cutting 4,500 kilometers worth of trails from its network.
We had to make some difficult but necessary decisions to balance our budget for the upcoming year.
One of those major closures would have been in Port Carling, a crucial snowmobiling junction for Muskoka. Former Township Mayor Phil Harding is also the former director of the Muskoka Lake Snow Trails Association, which is under OFSC District 7. He resigned so that he could advocate freely.
I wasn't very happy. I know a number of other people were not very happy. So to be able to impact and to proactively speak to the government unfettered, I resigned my position on the board.
And his call to action was answered. The province announced an additional $3.9 million in funding this past Thursday to make sure the OFSC can groom and maintain all 30,000 kilometers of its trail network.
There are people coming all winter long that are spending money on gas and food and lodging, and it really helps the local economy of many, many small communities, not only in my riding, but all through central Ontario and Ontario to survive.
Like Bass Lake Lake Roadhouse off Highway 169.
Oh, it's literally 75 to 80% of our clientele in the winter. We get like up to 250 to 300 snowmobiles here a day on the winter weekends.
For Harding and Muskoka Lakes, the provincial funding allows them to bridge their snowmobile trail back together by assembling the docks, which will reconnect the route between Bracebridge to Port Carling, MacTier, and Bala.
I was certainly thankful that the province stepped in.
Great news for snowmobilers, great news for our federation, but I think importantly, great news for communities across Ontario that rely on snowmobile traffic.
Across the entire province, the snowmobiling network contributes to upwards of $6 billion of economic activity per year. Now, while almost all OFSE trails are closed as of today, the hope is for most of them to be open by January. Mike Lang, CTV News, Muskoka Lakes Township.
Time now to talk about that weather. Boy, Case, it is cold outside. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm good. I'm well dressed. I'm used to it. We're embracing. We're in an area of Central Ontario. Embrace the weather. You get out and you play snowmobile, ski, snowboard, hike. Yeah, get out and enjoy it. Absolutely. Go for a skate soon. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. However, the snow's coming down pretty good right now, and I want you to have a look at this. This is per Environment Canada. Yeah, it is our, it just disappeared, as a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen. It just disappeared. We were looking at a warning right before we went to camera, we were looking at a warning of anywhere from 10 to 20 centimeters of snowfall, and it just clicked away. So, yes, the snow is coming down. No, there is no warning. Yes, it's lovely and embrace it, but do dress appropriately. Continuing on right now, live television, isn't that wonderful? With our first look at the forecast brought to you by our friends at Presler Injury Law. Call 1-800-JUSTICE. -4 out here as we speak, Sarah. Winds are out of the south, 17 kilometers an hour. They're picking up as the evening progresses. This is the temperature as we speak outside your door. And how about -4 in Alliston, -4 in Mount Forest, -2 in Owen Sound, -5 in Perry Sound, and -6 up in Gravenhurst. And this is the radar satellite image, and there's the snow. Okay, it may not be warning worthy as far as Environment Canada goes for our particular region anyway, but there is quite a bit of snow. And Sarah, coming up in just a few minutes time, I'll let you know how much snow is on the way and when it's turned off, when Mother Nature turns off that snowmaking machine. All that coming up in a few minutes time. Back inside.
I don't know. After seeing all those folks on the ski hills, I like the idea of more snow. Thanks, Case. 2 weeks after the Ontario government introduced legislation to expand the city of Barrie's boundaries, the next step was completed today with a third and final reading.
The ayes are 70, the nays are 34.
The ayes being 70, the nays being 34, I declare the motion carried.
Passed with 70 to 34 votes, the Barrie-Oromodonte Springwater Boundary Adjustment Act will now take shape. Barrie will now acquire 1,600 hectares of land to support new development. This decision comes after an 18-month-long dispute between the city and townships. Meanwhile, the city of Barrie could be looking at a costly new service to help residents clear heavy snow from driveways after substantial storms. Officials say it would involve contracted crews using front-end loaders to push that snow and would require 45 vehicles and 90 workers to manage operations. But the price tag is massive, estimated at $13 million annually, plus a one-time capital investment of $8.5 million. Additional facilities and technology would push costs even higher. City Council is now discussing and going to make a decision. The historic former train station in Orillia has officially been approved as the new home for the city's youth centre. Council gave the green light at Monday's meeting for staff to begin working on the project for 150 Front Street South, setting aside $1.5 million in the 2026 capital budget. The 1917 train station will be renovated to host youth programs with improvements to accessibility, fire safety, and interior spaces. No timeline timeline has been set for completion of that project. Downtown Orillia is now offering free parking in all municipal downtown lots. That's starting today and will run through January 4th. The city says the goal is to encourage people to visit the downtown area by making it easier and more convenient to support local retailers and restaurants. Free parking applies to metered lots only, meaning on-street meters still require payment and the time limits are still in effect. With temperatures well below zero, the number of heaters running in detached spaces like a garage is on the rise. As CTV's Rob Cooper tells us, though you may already have a smoke and carbon monoxide detector, there is now another recommended safety device.
Heavy smoke and flames ripped through this garage in Severn Township. Fire crews able to minimize the damage.
And we pulled a large diameter attack line to get on the fire right away.
Garage fires like this one are on the rise according to the numbers. 22 people died in a garage fire in Ontario from 2013 to 2025. Heat alarms for garages are not a new idea, but the idea of mandating their use is. Several Ontario firefighters have been working for years to have heat alarms required in all new construction, something that is now legislated only in Manitoba.
If a fire starts in the garage, it's not detected. So it's going to take a while before you're aware of it. So by having this heat alarm, it's going to be interconnected with the smoke alarms in the house.
This here is a heat alarm. It's no different than a smoke alarm with the same hookups as your working smoke alarm.
The OFM says nearly 3/4 of all fires in the province are residential, and nearly 4 out of 10 spread beyond the area of origin.
What we're looking for is a layer of protection in the garage. Right now, with garage fires on the rise, we want to make sure that you and your family are protected.
We have to look at the composition of our garages today. We've got electric vehicles, we've got power tools that are being charged, lithium-ion batteries galore, and so a heat alarm, when installed in a home's garage, can alert you to high increases in temperature.
Depends on the type of fire. If you have a more smoldering fire, you might experience more heat release than you would a smoke release. So heat detectors are just a different way of detecting fires.
Now, the next update to the Building Code of Canada is set for 2030. That's when the fire safety professionals I spoke with today are hoping to have the heat alarms mandated right across the country. Rob Cooper, CTV News, Newmarket.
Traffic has slowed to a crawl this hour on County Road 10 in Clearview Township. This was the scene between Concession Road 2 and 3 in Sunnydale just after 3:30 p.m., where OPP attended to reports of a two-car collision. Police say there were minor injuries to one person inside a car. The current heavy snowfall is also playing a factor in the slowdown in that area because of poor driving conditions. So Simcoe Police recovered more than $68,000 in stolen goods, including a stolen vehicle. This follows a December 8th retail theft where a vehicle fleeing the scene lost control and crashed into a home. The two people inside, both 26-year-olds from Etobicoke, attempted to run but were caught and arrested and are now facing 37 charges. A woman who claims to rescue horses while facing 13 charges under the Animal Welfare Services Act is facing new criminal fraud charges tonight. CTV's Mike Arcelides reports.
This is alleged fraudster Stephanie Redlick. The 29-year-old from Bradford already facing fraud charges totaling more than $26,000 in the sale of cattle last year.
She's from the same farmer as the one.
Now accused of fraud this past March in Innisfil, where South Simcoe police believe she passed off an altered check to defraud a livestock auction house in Cookstown out of more than $15,000. Police allege Redlick knowingly passed off the check as if it were genuine. She is charged with uttering a forged document, fraud over $5,000, being in possession of the proceeds of crime, and forgery. Redlick is already before the courts accused of fraud by Southern Georgian Bay OPP after police received a complaint about, quote, transportation and financial irregularities of livestock being transported from a farm in Tay Township and sold at a Cookstown stockyard in September of 2024. This past June, provincial police confirmed a warrant was issued for Redlick's arrest, and she was picked up by police in Toronto. Over the past 5 months, Redlick has appeared a handful of times by video in a Midland courtroom, claiming to have issues with her cell signal and problems retaining a lawyer through legal aid.
This one with the ripped blanket looks stunning.
Redlick is also facing 13 provincial charges under the Animal Welfare Services Act, including animal cruelty, for alleged neglect and failing to provide proper care to horses that were later seized. Redlick is scheduled to return to a Midland courtroom next week. The allegations against her have not been tested in court. Mike Arcelides, CTV News, Barrie.
The federal justice minister tabled legislation today aimed at addressing hateful behavior towards women and better shielding children from online predators. Under the Protecting Victims Act, killings motivated by control, hate, sexual violence, or exploitation will be classified as first-degree murder, called femicide when the victim is a woman. It would also ban coercive or controlling behavior against intimate partners and make it a crime to threaten to share child sexual abuse material. Canada pushed back today against the U.S. national security strategy, calling out its use of trade to restore American preeminence. CTV's Judy Trent takes a closer look at why this isn't sitting well with Canada's Minister of National Defence.
3 government ministers present to announce a nearly $3 million investment in military satellites.
These are not just defense assets, they are nation-building assets.
The satellites will be built and operated in Canada and used to surveil the Arctic and potential incursions from foreign threats.
It will be operated here from Canada by Canadians, so it really is a sovereign capability.
The technology will be used as part of NORAD, North American Air Defense, even as the Trump administration pulls back support of Western allies in its new national security strategy. The White House document calls for the U.S. to restore American preeminence in the Western Hemisphere and demands other nations make the U.S. its partner of choice while discouraging collaboration with others.
We are 2 sovereign states. And what the United States of America chooses to do through its national security strategy is its choice. What we intend to do here with a new Canadian national security strategy is our choice.
Why do I think it's dangerous?
Canada's former ambassador to NATO says the strategy could be viewed as hostile, that it lumps Canada in with Latin America, positioning it as a vassal state existing only to further American interests.
It's a kind of coercive economic nationalism throughout the region, focuses on buy American. We're going to push out competitors out of your markets because we're going to be the preeminent power in the region.
The 30-page document only mentions Canada once. The strategy seeks to weaken China, but also calls for Europe to stand on its own 2 feet. The Kremlin says the American security strategy aligns with Russian policy. Judy Trinh, CTV News, Ottawa.
Flu season is ramping up across the country, and health experts are urging people to get their vaccinations.
When we look at how good the vaccine is this year, I have to acknowledge that it's still really good. It's still the best we have, but one of the 3 components of the vaccine doesn't work as well as we'd like it to work. That doesn't mean it doesn't work. It still does. It still provides some protection, just not as much as we would like. And there's 2 other components of the vaccine that work very well. So still extremely important to get a flu shot.
According to the latest data from Health Canada, there were nearly 3,700 confirmed flu cases across the country in the week ending on November 29th. That's up roughly from 2,400 the week before. McCain is recalling its Tasty Taters crispy potato bites because of possible plastic found in some packages. The Health Canada recall covers 800-gram and 1.8-kilogram bags sold nationwide. People are urged not to use, sell, serve, or distribute the affected products. Well, parents are feeling the strain this holiday season. That's according to a new RBC poll. More than half say their budgets are too tight to buy everything they want for their kids, and nearly half feel pressured to spend more than they can afford. 3/4 were surprised by rising child-related costs, and most are worried about living expenses climbing even higher next year. And some familiar faces dropped by the CTV Barrie station today to show their support once again for our Toy Mountain campaign.
Look at this donation.
Love those ladies. That's Janice and Joan from the Barrie Army, Navy, and Air Force Association, Branch 365, dropping off a truck stuffed with toys here at the station. More than $1,000 worth, in fact, to help ensure that no one is overlooked.
We love doing this for the kids. It's fun for us to go out and donate all this kind of stuff for them, and hopefully they'll enjoy it as much as we've enjoyed picking them out.
To see the smiles on these children's face, to realize that there's people out there that care, that's what gets my heart.
Janice, you nearly brought me to tears too. The Army, Navy and Air Force Veterans of Canada is the oldest veteran and community service organization in Canada, dating back to 1860, and the Barrie branch has been supporting local charities for years. Always look forward to that annual visit. Still to come, plucking the strings of happiness around the Christmas tree. How this Midland-based instructor is combining a love of music with a festive surprise. Plus a passion for music through the ages. This renowned concert band is still going strong. Details next here on CTV News Barrie. Welcome back. If you've always wanted to learn to play an instrument and have some free time Thursday mornings in the Midland area, you can give yourself an early Christmas present starting with a ukulele. Great song. For the last decade and a half, Steve Paskin has been teaching seniors and just about everyone else how to play. Paskin owns Musicland in Midland and loves to teach the magic of music, and that magic is something his students soon can discover on their own.
I think they'd be surprised on how easy it is. We've been doing this for, it's been 15 plus years, I think now. It is probably the easiest string instrument there is to play. After 2 lessons, they can play it. And then you see, all of a sudden, you see this fright turn into a big smile. And it's really, I tell them, I tease them, I say, I have more fun than you guys do.
Steve even says if you sign up now and take a few lessons, you could be ready to surprise everyone at Christmas with a song. A group of retirees in Gravenhurst are showing off their talents, embracing their years of experience.
Being a part of this group, it's like a family. Musicians just are so welcoming and warm, and we're all at different levels of ability, and it doesn't matter. We accept everyone.
That is the Bifocals Concert Band, practicing and preparing to perform for local schools, senior residences, and community partners throughout Muskoka. There are members of all ages, with the oldest being, are we allowed to share? 94, all sharing the joy of making music together.
We're going to start up, folks, with our wassail song. We'd like our singers up front. The important thing is being together, and for us, I don't think anything brings us together as much as making music together. And just important to kind of rally around each other, especially at the holidays. It can be a little cold and a little snowy out, but we forget all that when we're playing our music. I mean, as much as we enjoy making music, sharing it takes us to a whole nother level of joy.
The Bifocals Band rehearses every Tuesday morning, and if you play a wind, brass, or percussion instrument, you can join them and be a part of the music. Firefighters made their way through No Lowell last night, doing what they can to help the community this holiday season. The crew made their way around collecting donations for their second annual food and unwrapped toy drive.
We care about our community. We just want to give back to those families in need and just do our part, you know? So yeah, all the kids, families in need that don't get to have a good Christmas like a lot of the other families, just want to do our part and help them make it a little better.
Donated items will benefit families at New Lowell Public Schools and can be dropped off at the fire department's main station on Arcand Drive. Finally, Casino Rama is ready to ring in the new year with a full lineup of pop, comedy, and large-scale productions. Who's ready to dance? R&B legends Cool and the Gang will bring their hits to the stage on February 21st. And if you're looking for laughs, David Spade will be in town on March 6th. Dancing with the Stars alum Derek Huff will be performing Symphony of Dance, showing off his unique choreography and a variety of dance styles from ballroom to tap and salsa. All the dates are on the website and tickets go on sale to the public tomorrow, December 10th at 10 a.m. If you are looking for more information, yes, there is the website right there, ctvnews.ca/Barrie, or you could use your cell phone to scan that QR code on the corner of the screen. There it goes. Next here on CTV, the donations keep rolling in, and today we'll take a look at toys from a very familiar company dating back to the 1930s that started out as a Danish woodworking shop. Wonder who that might be. Right now, let's head outside. Case.
Yes, an Alberta Clipper sending us a little snow in the form of about 10 to 15 centimeters. That's just tonight into tomorrow. More on the way after that. I'll tell you how much more coming up in just a few minutes' time. Take a look at our Weather Watcher, and our Weather Watcher's Noah's got a very powerful message. I love you, Santa. Best snow day. Oh, yes. You're watching CTV News Barrie.
Picture this. Brought to you by Bounce 1041 and Pure Country 106.
If it sparkles or shines, please continue to snap that perfect photo and keep them coming. Picture this at ctv.ca. We'll keep that winter celebration going. Let's head outside. In case we're doing something a little different this year here at CTV Barrie. So I brought in these Christmas cards. Today's actually National Christmas Card Day, and we're all filling them out. And then on Friday, I'm dropping them off at a local seniors residence to brighten the lives of some of the locals. So I've got one here waiting for you to fill out.
Oh, that's very nice of you. I received a couple of cards today myself, as a matter of fact, with some interesting messages.
Oh, do tell.
Oh, no, we'll just leave it there right now. But yes, people are watching. They're watching, that's for sure. And thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments. Yes, and Christmas cards. Yeah, Christmas card day today. Get them in the mail because we got to get them out. Got to get them out to loved ones. Let's go with weather. And here we go as the flurries are coming down as we speak. And we're looking at a temperature right now. Should we throw in the wind chill for fun? Let's talk about 11 degrees, minus 11 degrees in Gravenhurst. Minus 10 in the Sunshine City of Orillia. Looks like minus 7 in Toronto, minus 9 in Mount Forest, minus 8 in Alliston, and minus 10 up Parry Sound Way. This is your almanac for today. Yes. Why would we show you yesterday's? Minus 5 is the high for today, minus 15. Makes sense, doesn't it? And 10.8 for record heat back in 2023, minus 25.6 in 2010. Sunrise, sunset, how about 8 hours and 55 minutes of daylight? How about the forecast radar? How about a little snow? How about a little more snow as per the forecast radar? And risk of freezing drizzle? Yes, that's a part of it too. A little rain down in the southern part of the province. Let's see if that touches us. This is southern tip of Georgian Bay, Lake Simcoe. With a wind chill this evening, about minus 10 and 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. Yes, some only get 2 to 4. Some only get a dusting. Others, particularly around the Owen Sound area, looking at 5 to 10. And there is a risk of freezing drizzle for this evening. For tomorrow, 5 to 10 centimeters of snow expected during the course of the day. And yes, there is a wind chill warning tomorrow evening because things are going to get very chilly, about minus 19, and an additional 5 to 10 centimeters of snow tomorrow night. So it's very much a snowy day. Maybe not a snow day, but very much a snowy day. This is Orangeville, Bradford, Georgina, Newmarket, Richmond Hill. Feeling like minus 9 this evening. There is a risk of freezing drizzle. 5 centimeters of snow should not surprise. And then for tomorrow, 0 and 1 degree, 5 to 10 centimeters of snow expected for tomorrow as well. And how about Parry Sound, Huntsville, Bracebridge, Gravenhurst, Halliburton, minus 11 with the wind chill. Risk of freezing drizzle right throughout our region. 5 to 10 centimeters of snow expected, except In the Halliburton Highlands, we're only looking 2 to 4 centimeters. And then for tomorrow, well, 5 to 10 centimeters of snow expected. Highs anywhere from -1, -5, -2, except in the Halliburton region where we're looking at 10 to 15 centimeters of snow. And tomorrow night, wind chill, -20. That's tonight and tomorrow. Now, time for the Diamond and Diamond Lawyers 5-day extended forecast, and it looks like this. How about a little snow for you on Thursday as we take a look at the 5-day extended forecast, Simcoe County? Yeah, 5 centimeters, -5 for the high. At this point, looks like cloudy and a 60% chance Friday. 60% chance of Friday, 60% chance of snow on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, -3, -4, -8. I'll let you know right now, we're getting progressively cooler the beginning of next week. This is the 5-day extended forecast, York region. 1 to 3 centimeters of snow expected on Thursday. Friday, sunny cloud. Yeah, sunny cloud, -3. Sun goes away on Saturday, 60% chance of flurries, -4, -6, and a 40% chance of flurry activity. Sun's back in the picture, -6, -11. That's the high, that's the low. But Skokie, Parry Sound, Halliburton, have a look. This is the 5-day extended forecast. Cloudy skies, -8 on Thursday. Looks like a high of -5 and sun and cloud mix on the Friday, going into the weekend. And then cloudy skies holding on around -5, -6. Look at the overnights, -14, -16 on Sunday. Sun and cloud mix and a 30% chance of some flurry activity. That is your 5-day extended forecast, Sarah. The flurries continue to fly back inside.
Thanks, Case. And we've only got less than 2 weeks now in our Toy Mountain campaign, and Lego has delivered a full truckload of toys.
We're looking at Disney. We're looking at Friends, so popular for girls. Look at that, Super Mario. Every year, Lego is outstanding. We couldn't wait for this delivery to come. It's just so exciting, and every kid has a Lego on their wish list, so this is amazing.
Look at all those Lego sets. In total, donations, more than $36,000 worth of goodies were given to us from Lego to hand out this holiday season. Here's CTV's Luke Samard with a look at what was delivered.
Tonight in the Access Store's toy shop, it's everyone's most favorite toy under the Christmas tree, Lego. With more and more sets to build every year, let's start off in the fast lane with some F1 race cars. Check out this McLaren Formula 1 race car where Lego fans can build and then imagine they are racing for the checkered flag. The race car features authentic McLaren F1 details and includes team sponsor logos and Papea's safety halo. The set includes one driver minifigure with a helmet for non-stop racing action, best for ages 9 and up. Let's stick with the racing theme with Zane's dragon-powered Spin Jitsu race car where kids can play out exciting battles featuring a race car, 2 hover flyers, a drone, and 4 minifigures. After a fun building experience, you can recreate the non-stop action with heroes from the Ninja Go Dragons Rising TV series. You can also push down the car's spoiler to make it spin, and the dragon hunters can soar into the sky during battles, best for ages 7 and up. It's time to mark that special occasion on your calendar, and there's no better way to do so than with Lego Roses. Get a head start on Valentine's Day or maybe even Mother's Day and show someone how cherished they are. This easy-to-assemble set comes with 2 red blooms, green leaves, and an adjustable stem. Each rose measures over 26 centimeters long. Let's get creative and let young builders imagine their own stories with Heart Lake City Cafe, which comes with 3 mini dolls and a dog figure. Meet friends at the cafe and let kids' imagination soar as they use characters, accessories, and scooters to invent new adventures. Help Beatrice sort the macaroons and cakes in the kitchen and make deliveries with a scooter. Best for ages 6 and up. This next toy is for the music lovers and builders with endless play possibilities. Kids can enjoy the simple build before making music at the beach with a ukulele, swimming with a dolphin, or riding on a surfboard. Talk about tropical. The ukulele has 4 plastic strings that move and vibrate when strummed. Dive into the waters with a leaping dolphin on a beach and a palm tree, or surf the waves with a detachable surfboard. Help kids develop their building and storytelling skills with this 3-in-1 tropical set, best for ages 8 and up. Now all of these Lego sets and more are going to continue helping us build that toy mountain. In the Access Storage Toy Shop, I'm Luke Samard.
And you too can help build that toy mountain. Just drop off a new unwrapped toy. We had some amazing deliveries today. Thank you again. So many viewers as well. It means so much. You can find us here at 33 Beacon Road in Barrie. There's a toy box at the front door, but we do our best to greet you out there and help you bring them in. You can also go to the website, ctvbarrie.ca. That click turns into toys. Now, tomorrow night, weather pending, we'll be at Puro Clean in Barrie for another live toy mountain drop-off. Join us from 4 to 7 p.m. We invite you to drop off a toy, say hello to the team. Of course, Pure Country and Bounce will be there as well. So let's spread some holiday magic, shall we? Still to come, it's another day of uncertainty for air transit passengers. The latest on the widening impacts from the looming labor dispute coming up after the break. Plus, we'll recap tonight's top stories. Do stay with us.
Hi, we're Martin and Steph
from Bounce 104.1.
And this week on the show, we're giving away tickets to see the Guess Who.
Yeah, we're going to alphafy some songs, and if you can identify them, first caller in win.
So tune in weekdays 5:30 to 10 for your chance to play and win.
Time now to recap our top stories on this Tuesday. 29-year-old Stephanie Redlick is accused of another fraud in Innisfil back in March of 2025. According to court documents obtained by CTV News, Redlick is charged with forgery and uttering a forged document with a check worth more than $15,000 in the sale of livestock in Cookstown. Despite ideal early December conditions, the Ontario Federation of Snowmobile Clubs was on the verge of cutting 4,500 kilometers worth of trails from its network. The province announced an additional $3.9 million in funding this past Thursday to make sure the OFSC can groom and maintain all 30,000 kilometers of its trail network. And 22 people died in garage fires in Ontario. That's from 2013 to 2025. And now, although heat alarms for garages are not a new idea, mandating use would be. Several Ontario firefighters have been working for years to have heat alarms required in all new construction. It's something that has been legislated, but only in Manitoba. Bradford West Gwillimbury's fire department is boosting its training. That's thanks to a grant from Enbridge Gas. Through their Safe Community Project Assist program, the $125,000 investment shared across 25 Ontario fire departments will go towards purchasing essential training materials and life-saving educational resources.
We're going to use it for training resources that'll help our incoming, newcoming firefighters. We've got some dated textbooks and materials that it's going to be replacing with, and that's going to help our budget so that we can refocus training funds on other needs that we have.
Since the program launched in 2012, 394 grants have been awarded to fire departments across Ontario to support additional firefighting training. It was another day of uncertainty and tension for travelers, waiting to see if air transit pilots will strike, which could come as early as 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. CTV's Heather Wright reports on what's on the bargaining table.
Air Transat check-in counters quiet today as the clock ticks down to a possible pilot strike. The current negotiations have been described as intensive as the union and airline try to avert the first pilot strike in the company's history. Air Transat says it has improved its most recent offer to the union and is encouraging them to accept it.
As an example, for a senior captain, top scale, year 5, we're looking at over $100,000 pay increase on a yearly basis. So this is a significant, very generous offer that we've made.
Air Transat's 750 pilots are represented by the Airlines Pilot Association, the union that negotiated last fall's deal for Air Canada pilots, which included a 42% pay bump. Experts say ALPA is using that same playbook here.
They're trying to replicate roughly the same deal as they can that Air Canada pilots achieved. Again, last year, going up to the last minute, but they averted a strike in that case.
In a statement, ALPA says both sides remain at the bargaining table. We owe it to our passengers and pilots to reach a deal. We are committed to negotiating a fair and modern contract that will bring stability to our pilots and our airline. Air Transat has not turned an annual profit since 2018, and if the pilots do strike, some wonder how long the airline could survive.
This is, in my opinion, an existential crisis for Transat. Transat may not survive if it goes on strike.
This afternoon, Air Transat announced it would be canceling a second wave of flights, bringing the total today to 12, with another 6 flights already canceled for tomorrow. Heather Wright, CTV News, Mississauga, Ontario.
Strong performance in financial stocks pushed Canada's main index up about 200 points in late morning trading, with U.S. markets also higher. Let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers now that we've reached the end of the day. The TSX was up 74 points, the Dow was down 179, and the Nasdaq was up 30. And commodities, oil was down, closing at $58.25 a barrel. Gold was up, finishing at $4,236 an ounce, and our dollar down to end the day at 71.23 cents U.S. Mariah Carey's holiday favorite, All I Want for Christmas Is You, has now spent a record 19 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The music superstar is celebrating the holidays, performing in Las Vegas this year. Her iconic song was released more than 30 years ago. Can you believe that? This is the 7th straight Christmas season that it's been #1. And basketball superstar Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has won his 2nd Northern Star Award for top Canadian athlete.
In the open court, just finding ways to continue.
The Canadian-born athlete turned Oklahoma City Thunder star beat out 18 esteemed Canadian athletes to claim the title. The award is just one of many for the 27-year-old who became an NBA champion, finals MVP, and the most valuable player all in one season. Still to come, how one of the Leafs' top players showed support for women's shelters today. And yes, the team may have come out on top last night, but one of their centermen is in hot water. We'll look at why he's under review by the Department of Player Safety. Details coming up next here on CTV Barrie. Here's a look at your primetime lineup. Our CTV2 movie is A Royal Date for Christmas, and it starts at 8, followed by CMA Country Christmas at 10, and CTV News Barrie at 11. The Leafs were looking to get back in that win column last night, hosting the division-leading Tampa Bay Lightning.
Tavares, drop pass, Allen, out in front, it ricochets to Riley. He's in, and he scores!
This goal from Morgan Riley in the first period led the team, with captain Austin Matthews later adding an empty netter to secure the 2-0 win. The Leafs will be back in action on Thursday night, hosting the San Jose Sharks. Now, the Leafs' Bobby McCann will have a hearing with the NHL's Department of Player Safety after receiving a game misconduct for high-sticking Lightning forward Oliver Bjorkstrand. McMahon appeared to strike him on the side of his head during a scuffle early in the third period. And it was a no-rest day for Leafs winger Matthew Nyes. He was put to work, but it was off the ice. He was helping to pick, pack, and ship holiday shopping orders. He toured an Amazon fulfillment center in Brampton this afternoon. That's where the company announced a $15,000 donation to be split amongst 3 women's charities. He also jumped in to pack orders, and the 23-year-old was sure to sign each one to surprise customers.
Hopefully they recognize it. You know, I put my number on it, so hopefully they could recognize it. But I think there's only 5 or 6, so they're hopefully they're pretty fortunate. Yeah, it's heartwarming, honestly. To see all the work that it gets put into making these gifts. Everyone giving back. It's special to be a part of, and yeah, it's a great experience.
Oh, it's huge. It's been buzzing all day.
It's so funny because last night I was watching and I'm like, hey, one of those guys is coming to work tomorrow. And my husband, who's a hockey person, I listen to him yell and scream and be happy and sad over the Leafs. So this is for us. I really like it.
That's awesome.
The fulfillment center processes nearly 50,000 orders per day. So if you ordered recently, there's a chance you may get that autographed package. Speaking of autographed goods, Case, I'm excited to see what you do for your Christmas card that'll head out to a local senior in our region, because quite frankly, your penmanship is that of a calligrapher.
Oh, thank you very much. We'll get that done after the show then. We will.
Perfect. I'm going to hold you to that. And now we'll have seniors out there waiting to see, did I get the Casey Colby card? Oh, I got the Sarah Freemark card.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I'm sure. Hey, let's talk about what we can expect tomorrow as far as the Get Up and Go forecast, and have a look right now. And when you take a look at Barrie, you have a look at Newmarket, and you have a look at Gravenhurst. We're looking at temperatures -2, -3, and snow right across the board. The Get Up and Go says snow, Sarah, right across the board to start your day. No big surprise there. Have yourself a fantastic evening. Let's sign some cards. Back inside.
Thanks very much, Case, and thanks to everyone at home for joining us on this Tuesday night. I'm Sarah Freemark. Jack will wrap it up tonight at 11. On behalf of the whole team, take care out there.